Hey, Latanya, how you doing? Mom, what is going on, brother? Pete, what's going on, brother? Wait just a minute. Sending a few links out. How's everybody doing this evening? Mike, what's going on? Alfonso, what is going on? Be bring or smoking me another. So I had another Crown Heads this. I had another Crown Heads this morning or around noon. I got a chance to smoke the new Los Calaveras in the 5 and 5. It was maybe a 5.5, 5 3/4 by 48. Pretty good cigar. It wasn't as good as the Mil Diaz from this morning. First half was really good. The spice was on a nice level. Good spices on it. It was lacking the sweetness that the Mil Diaz had, so that's why I would probably give the slight edge to it. And then I personally felt after the first half of the cigar, it kind of tapered off and kind of lost its spiciness. And so I think that's another cigar. I think with a little bit of time, I think it's going to be a little bit better. But Garland, what's going on? I won't be up too long on this live. I'll probably be up maybe around an hour or so. I have a reported or recorded podcast I got to do this evening with the up and coming podcaster. So I'll be doing that for a while. But I just kind of want to come up and have my little evening cigar with y'all, see what y'all had going on. Sean, what is going on? Today I'm gonna be smoking. I finally dry boxed this thing for a couple days. It still ain't 100% where it probably needs to be smoked, but at this point, I want to see where it's at. So this is the Padilla 8 and 11 from 2012. See the cellophane's got some nice tint to it. So we're gonna cut it up and smoke it and see what we got. But yeah, I sent out a few links to some people that if you want to come in the chat and chop it up or smoke, are you smoking a cigar right now? You want to come in the chat? More than welcome to. I use me a match, even though King B ain't here, I use me a match. Mike, you said it's been a long day, man. Hopefully, it'll be a good cigar for you. Maybe a nice cold beer or something in your near future, so you can kind of lighten the load a little bit. Just got this shirt, but strong sampler from Black Line came in today. Yeah, I know a few people that said their orders were coming in today. James sent me a picture of all the boxes he was shipping out today. He looked like a mail carrier. Andre, what's going on, brother? It's got a very, very loose draw. As y'all see, this cigar has got some movement to the band, which for me I like. But well, I think actually I'm gonna be honest. What I think what happened is the cigar was probably stored really well, and then it probably got moved around and set somewhere where it was a little too humid for a little bit, and that's where I had to dry box it because it was just way too humid. Make sure I'm able to keep up with y'all. I had to pull this chat over real quick. About to go home and do some yard work. Man, what's going on, John? Still can't master the long match. Hey, it'll come with some time. Just keep practicing at it. Keep practicing. Hey man, nothing wrong with using matches. I think a lot of people have started picking up on the matches. So, like I said, especially if you're indoors or you're in a controlled environment, like where you're not outside, I feel like it's a better way to light the cigar. It's not going to be as harsh lighting it. The chances of you getting a real bad char note or anything to begin is slim to none. So I highly recommend uh, using matches. Leon, what's going on? Charles, what is going on, brother? Had the La Rose 520 last night. What'd you think, Pete? William, what's going on? Y'all hang tight. All right, I'm back. Like the match too, something authentic about it. Yeah, it's just a super authentic way of lighting the cigar. So that's why I prefer to use it too. And you guys know I smoke mostly indoors, so it's easier for me to light with matches. I thought it was good, complex first third, then mostly leather, which I'm cool with. Lefty, what's going on? I missed the last few morning sessions, but we're here now. Glad you in the building, man. And then I'm glad that that's why they offer a playback too. A lot of you been catching the playbacks, which is cool too. Been helping me with watch time, so I really appreciate that. Glad y'all have been able to tune in. How are the mosquitoes where you at? The mosquitoes over here are big. They're big and bad here. For the most part, they don't really bother me too much. But my wife and son, as soon as they go outside, they start getting hit pretty bad. So they're bad here too. Ken, what's going on, family? Got the Oliva premium sampler today, ready to try the V and the Connecticut. The V is really good. The Connecticut is pretty good too, depending on how far you are into your smoking journey. I feel like it's a pretty mild cigar. I just watched the special on Uncle Near's whiskey while smoking the Kuzus. Uncle Near's got some pretty good whiskey, man. I don't drink as much of it as I used to, but I do like the Uncle Near's line. It's pretty good. Alfonso was good this afternoon. Man, not too much, man. Smoking me a Padilla 8 and 11 from 2012. Night. There's some good flavor on this thing, too. I'm glad I decided to dry box this. Were you able to spread the word on the link I sent to your DM? I was. I did get it to a few people. I don't know what they did with it, but I did get it to them. I put on, off, and light the Centronella candle. Oh yeah, the Centronella candle. Yeah, and then a lot of times I have a pretty big yard, so I'll attach this thing up called cutter, and I'll just spray it all over all the trees and the yard and everything. And usually it does just fine. So move some of this other stuff around. Got stuff it pulled up everywhere, man. But anybody smoking anything good now? Is anybody still at work? Yeah, John, definitely helping some people out too. No smoke tonight, just a Yingling. See, while cooking, nothing wrong with a Yingling. Those are pretty good. I went and grabbed a couple beers too. I'm waiting on them to get cold. I probably had me one tonight too. Enjoying five Vegas Classic box press on the porch. Sounds like a relaxing evening there, Kenny. Yeah, this is very good. Even with the loose draw, I'm gonna have to take my time on this so I don't just burn through this thing. I'm still working, but I'll probably do a Guardian of the Farm later. That'll be one. I'll be interested to hear what you say about that too. You guys know I prefer the OG over the Night Watch, but I know a lot of people. Andre smoked the Night Watch and he enjoyed it. So I'm enjoying hearing that feedback from you guys. I know James is too. Yeah, not smoking right now, playing some video games. Hey Rob, what's going on, man? I was just talking about you earlier today, man. Earlier today. If anybody wants to hop in, if you're smoking or anything, just let me know, man. I'll shoot you a link through my email and y'all can hop in. We can chop it up. I don't know what everybody else is going on. I know some people are working. Some people are kind of just chilling. I just ordered about 40 cigars of various varieties. Have you had the Illusion and Tattoo? If you're talking about just the brand Illusion, I've smoked probably most of their line, and I enjoy their lineup. And if you're talking about the Tatuaje Tattoo, I have had that cigar too. Just got off Cousin Ron frying some fish and light me one later. Sounds like a good one. Y'all hang tight. Hang tight. These computers get older and older and slower, man. Have to get a new one here soon. Hold on, be right there. All right, I think we're good now. All right, let's see. Okay, you headed home. Cool. Yeah, man, I came up twice today. I'm gonna be up. I just enjoying a little quick cigar, man. I got, like I was saying earlier, I'm gonna be on a podcast here in a couple hours my time, so I'm just gonna be up for a quick second. Just decided to smoke me a little afternoon cigar. Just in, so haven't set myself to relax yet, but we'll smoke a Padron 26 Lancero in a little bit. Night Watch was good for Andre. Complex is the Oil de Nicaragua copper really that strong? I didn't think it was. Pick up a punch sampler, short sticks. I'm gonna check. Okay. Yeah, William. I mean, that's one of those cigars. A lot of people talk about the strength, but that's why I was gonna say, man. You got to be careful. Even listening to me too, because my tolerance is probably a lot higher than most people. So you have to keep in mind, if I say something, if I feel something is medium or medium to full, and I even said that in a few reviews, it might be stronger, or sometimes it could be lighter to you. I might think something is full, and you may smoke it and might not think it's full. So you just have to pay attention to that too. So trying to answer all these messages and getting these links and stuff out. So y'all have to excuse me, man. But yeah, the podcast is called Q and Chop Podcast. It's gonna be recorded, I believe. It's not gonna be live. So whenever I get the link, you guys know I'll post the link in here, so you guys will all be able to check it out. But really looking forward to that. I like getting around different people, seeing what they got going on, allowing them to see what I got going on too. So it's always good to be around good people. Your tolerance is super weak, so that might be one of those cigars that I would probably say stay away from for a little bit. I had another Black Friday, and still lovely that man. I was able to find another 50 cabinet, which I was really happy about, because I bought that first 50 cabinet, and I don't know, for whatever reason I didn't because that's a yearly release, so I was smoking it and didn't even really realize as I was smoking it like that it was gonna be hard or next to impossible to get any more. So when I was able to find another cabinet, I was like, oh, cool, I could smoke through this first cabinet like I want to. And then when I get this second cabinet, I could just kind of sit on them and kind of slow down smoking them. Because y'all know that I preach that stuff, man. Like, smoke good cigars, man. It's nothing for me, or to me, I don't know. I think that's kind of one of the things I think that's really weird. I'll see people and they'll have these really elaborate Cuban collections and all these really nice cigars, and they just sit there and look at them. It's like, smoke them, because a lot of this stuff, as you see, for me, I feel like the Drew Estate cigars, they get worse as they get older. So some stuff gets better as it ages, but for the most part, it's like, just smoke this stuff, man. All right, hold on 1 second. What's going on, Sunshine?
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Where's everybody at? Come on now. Just one in.
Yeah, you have to take a peek at the chat. They in here chatting though.
Yeah, I was watching on live on YouTube. I saw you said you come on in, so I said, why not see if I can drive and smoke and, Zoom.
Yeah, I sent a couple other links out to some other guys, some other content creators, see if they wanted to get themselves on the chat and chop it up. So we'll see who comes in.
Nice.
Brother Woods, what's going on? Good evening to you too. I have been doing well, no complaints. Hopefully you've been doing well. RX can't stay long. Yo, Ron just got off. Think I'm going to burn my first Alma Fuerte. Heard you put Uncle. Yeah, that's a great cigar. James can testify to that one too.
Yes. That's all I can say. It's just yes.
It's a good cigar, man. That's all I can say. I don't think I know any person that does not like this cigar. Actually, I take that back. I don't know him personally, but I think when Lee Mack reviewed that cigar, there were a few people that commented in the chat, like a very few that said they didn't like it. I was surprised. I thought the cigar, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never had a single burn issue, construction issue. They smoke flavor incredibly well.
Yep. And that's a cigar like, you know, I'm interested to see how it's going to taste when it has some age on it, but that's one of those cigars, it's like, it's ready. That's when you pay a premium price for a cigar, that's the epitome of it. It's ready to smoke immediately. There is no rest period or anything. It's ready to go as soon as you get it in your hands.
When I'm, you know, from the kind of weird, the science part of it. So, you know, they're wrapping those now in cellophane because they took off the ashtrays on top for the newer packages.
Right.
I'm interested to see how that holds up now with aging if you let them sit in that cellophane.
I might be in the minority. I've been in local B&Ms and have seen them with cellophane. I don't like how they look with cellophane on them.
Oh, you're not. They look terrible. That presentation
I'm not
incredible.
A fan. I'm not a fan. I think they could have just easily have just taken the ashtray off and kept it like it just looks, it makes the cigar look cheaper with the cellophane around it.
Yeah.
A-Rod said, what is going on?
I'm driving, folks. It has been a very busy day.
Man on the move. Man on the move. Hey, so quick question for you too, James. William Bodley asked, how do you like the Alec Bradley Tempest? I'm not a fan of, there's only probably about 2 or 3 Alec Bradleys I like, and that's not one of them.
Yeah, I don't really smoke it. It's probably been a couple years since I had it. I'm with you. So out of the Alec Bradleys, the only ones I really go for are the Magic Toast. And honestly, I love that Gordo size. And then they do, and I'm going to butcher it, it's like a Experiment 51 or something, 54. It's like a high-end travel case, but it's got all the individual leaf components.
Yeah, see, I've never had that one, but that sounds interesting though.
Yeah, so those are the only ones I really go for. Every once in a while, I'll mess around with like the Hooligan or the Black Market, but that's got to be.
Yeah, you're just kind of smoking it just because it's the kind of thing to do.
Yeah.
And let's see. Andre says hello.
What's up, Andre?
We got Sean said had a Rocky Patel sun-grown. That's actually one of the few Rocky Patels I do like. I like it in the Lancero.
Hey, do you have an opinion on that Rocky Patel now? Because the first time you got asked it, you didn't know anything. Now you do.
Man,
you know what it be?
Yeah, I do got an opinion on it because I feel like it's a little different. So with the Gurkha situation, the president or the owner of the company said it. So it's almost kind of like the leader of the pack said it, so everybody else is going to get punished for it. So
right.
with the situation with Rocky, I don't really think it's fair to punish Rocky for something another man said. If it were me in his shoes, I probably would have fired that guy and just kept it moving.
It's a good take. I can understand that.
Yeah, I just don't think that's fair to punish him for that. It's not, you know, Rocky can't force him to say anything good or bad. That guy just felt for whatever reason. And then, you know, I don't even know like about Nish. It sounded like from his response, he was okay with it, but it's almost like you might be okay with it, but other people might. You have to start not think about just Nimish, but like other people of the Indian background and stuff. Like, what do they think about this?
Right.
So that's why I was kind of like, that's bullshit. Like, fired, that dude would have been gone. If he was in my company, he would have been gone immediately. Like, it's a zero tolerance for that shit. Like that, there's more than one way to joke and play around. That's not one of the ways to do it. That's not funny.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yep. Christopher said, hello, Ron. Revisiting the Sober Mesa, probably better as a breakfast cigar, finding it just okay. I would agree. I think the Brulee is better than the regular one. I don't really care for the regular Sober Mesa that much. William Bolly said, tell James the Kudzu is still the best cigar ever. Laughing my ass off. Just want to see if he remembers.
What'd you say, Ron?
William Bodley said, tell James the Kudzu is still the best cigar ever. Laughing my ass off. Just want to see if he remembers it.
It won't get my love. I'm glad William will love it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man.
That's right. A beautiful part, man. There's thousands of cigars and there's millions of people. We all different.
Facts. That's why I say too, it's gonna be different all the time. That's why it's like, if somebody disagrees with my flavor notes in my review, I don't ever take it personal because it's like you don't have the same taste as I do. You might find people have very similar palates, but they're always gonna be a little bit of variation in all this. So, you know.
Absolutely.
So how's business been going for you with Black Line?
Very good. Thank you all. I kind of want to curse you guys all out too, but it's a good problem to have. You guys have kept me busier than anticipated. I will be very honest. And you watch The Office at all, Ron?
I've seen a few episodes. I never really got into it.
So there's like one episode where Andy's leading a seminar and he brings in all these people and he's trying to, sell them paper, and they want to learn about like managing growth. Like that's where I'm at right now, because I'm past every benchmark I had set internally for myself. Working on upgrading systems and kind of stress testing some stuff, because there's been some things that I've been disappointed with myself as I've handled it for the customers that I want to get better at.
Right.
Those growing pains. And so some of you have gotten those apology emails. Doing my best, but it's a good problem to have. So I appreciate y'all sticking with, small business, trying to start something, get it off the ground, and, the problems that come with it. But hopefully there's more people enjoying the sticks I send out in the club and, loving all that stuff we're doing too. So thank you all.
As I told them this morning, I said, man, I feel like you love the chat probably a little bit more than me, man. So I told them earlier this morning that, you're really fond of a lot of people here. And that's, a big reason why you are here with me and taking care of them, man. Like I said, you don't have to be here. So I appreciate it. And I know they appreciate it too.
Oh, absolutely. What was that one a couple days ago? I'm a people person in my full-time job, and then, cigars are a people person industry, whether you're in the lounge or you're selling or you're smoking or reviewing, right? It's dependent on people. I really do appreciate all the feedback that the Army has given me, Ron. Like you got some really smart and some really good engaged people that via email or DMs or even just in the chat, they like challenge me on things in like the positive way. It's like, hey, do you think about this? Have you tried this? Or, even some guys that have like asked me to price match, and they're like, why don't you just make it this price right away? It's like, I just can't do it on a full-time basis, but I've got no problem if you reach out trying to take care of you.
Right.
So I really do appreciate those conversations, because like it's how I'm going to grow, because I don't. I'm still new on this side of the industry. I can smoke a cigar like the best of them, but
I mean, and this is, like I said, for me too, like this is no disrespect to anybody else out there, any other content creator or any other whatever's involved, but I feel like, and me and Lee Mac use this term all the time, and I feel like it's true though. I feel like pound for pound, we got the best people, we got the best smokers and best people that are involved in this chat, man. I don't always comment on a lot of stuff, but I watch a lot of stuff, and the strength is in numbers, man. Like you guys are showing y'all's ass, man. Like y'all are, like I say, y'all make it very easy for me to want to continue to do this. Y'all make it very easy for me to, always stay creative and trying to figure out different ways to keep y'all engaged, for us to become engaged together, because I think that that's very important, man. It'd be too easy for me just to put out videos and just, let y'all watch them and that's it, man. So I feel like that's why we've all become very close with each other, because of the live streams and being able to talk to each other in the DMs and the emails and stuff. So it's like you're starting to build a real relationship, and I like that aspect of it.
Oh, me too. It really is a blast. I mean, listen, at some point in time, if this all goes well, and this is a very large company that I'm managing, and I've got people underneath me, it's a different story. But I know how I want to treat customers, and I hate calling them customers. So like, I know how I want people to be treated. I know how my lounge treats me, and and so all that stuff. And so like, there's just an element of it that I always want to retain, and hopefully that philosophy just stays and it continues to grow as there's more people helping out getting this thing, as it just continues to get larger. And
well, James, I think you're gonna be successful regardless anyway, and that's what I was saying in the chat before, because it's like, again, this is no shots to anybody, but I feel like there's a difference between, for me, I feel like there's a huge difference in saying than saying you care about the people and showing it. And I feel like me and you both do an excellent job at showing people that we care about them. A lot of people do this shit. They just they just talk. But then when you finally when something goes wrong, or an order is missing, or you need a question answered. How many people can you really count on to answer that stuff? How many people can you count on to be real? How many people can you count on that's gonna always be there?
Yeah, well, you mentioned it to me today because one of the guys, and his name slips my mind. I do apologize. I want to. It's not Bruce, but the My Father guy.
My father. Ooh, man.
It's like so. I'll give you guys an example, and don't go to the website looking for errors, please. But you know.
You talking about Tom?
Tom, yeah. So like I do everything at Black Lion. I update the website, I handle the emails, I bill packages, I handle customer service. It is what it is, one-man shop. I have fat fingers. I'm not a small guy, so I typoed a wrong price, and it was significantly less. Guy bought it. He emailed right away. I got back to him 20, 30 minutes, and he's like, just cancel the order if it's wrong. I said, no, I'm not that kind of company. I messed up. I'll give you the box for that price, and come back if you want. You know, I would appreciate if you did give me another chance, but I'm just not going to be that company. It's like, no. The dude found my error. He caught it. He ordered, you know, good for him on that capacity. And, you know, I'm just not going to be one of those guys that cuts it off. Like, I made a mistake. I'll own up to it. So.
You were in a really, really small spot as far as the minority of retailers that would have acknowledged it. Like, of course, a company's going to remain nameless, but I saw a very bad picture of a cigar that a person had got a couple of days on Facebook, and it had mold. It wasn't plume, it was mold, and you could just see the green. It was mold all over that cigar. And they reached out to the company, and there was nothing done about it. And it's almost, and for me, it's like, for a hobby like this, or a lifestyle, or should I say the lifestyle of cigar smoking, and you guys are investing a lot of your hard-earned money that you work for me, that's really important. That's why sometimes I'll bite the bullet and spend an extra $20 or $30. Like, oh, sure, I could go to this place and get it for $30 cheaper. But my thought process is different. It's like, I'd rather stay with Black Lion and do this and know that, yeah, I might spend $20 more, but I know the customer service is going to be there. Jay, most of you guys that have ordered from Black Lion know James might throw in a cigar every now and then or whatever. You just never know. So it's like, I just feel like I like that small company build, man.
Well, I can guarantee. I mean, listen, if you're ordering a 5-pack, you're getting an extra one. If you're getting a box, you're getting 3 to 5 more, depending on what you order. That's one principle that I've always. Because to me, what it does, it offsets the shipping costs that you guys pay. Because that's right. I've heard the argument, or not argument, the conversation enough. Like, yeah, I can go to my brick and mortar and support them, and I don't have to pay shipping. True, absolutely, great. I mean, I get it. Listen, you know, we're attached to a brick and mortar, obviously. I appreciate all those people, and that's why I always try to throw that extra sticker or 5 in, depending on what you get, so you offset that cost.
Hold on, James.
Man, now I can't even see the chat.
All right, I'm back, James.
Quincy man pounding on the door again?
Dude, he's getting big enough to where he can open the door now, so it's just, man, that dude moves at a million miles an hour.
I'm a bachelor for the next couple of days because my wife and son went up to see the in-laws. I'm very excited for the quiet and the nonstop talking and the nonstop moving and just everything. So,
man,
I love you all.
I mean, I'm right there with you, but sometimes I sit on the couch and I just like just want to sit there by myself, and then he comes in, he's just a million miles an hour. Like, even now, he's right back.
Hey, Ron, you talked about doing some stuff different. Do you want to talk about I know you're not a big fan of it, but some of you may have seen all over the internet the Steve Saka Dunbarton Shut the F Up sampler pack. Do you want to talk about what we're going to do with that?
Yeah. We more than welcome to. We can definitely talk about that. I'm probably gonna forget something, but I'll let you tell them the plan that we came up with, because so originally, you guys know, and I don't know, James, I don't know how the consensus came that I don't like Dunbarton tobacco cigars. Everybody thinks I hate Steve Saka and his cigars. I'm like, that's the complete opposite. I just don't smoke a lot of them. I don't hate them.
I never said hate. I said just you don't like. I choose my words carefully. Hate and like are completely different in my book.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Don't like, but no, I like some of his cigars. I'm okay. So if you could use the term, I'm probably to some people right now, Aganorsa fanboy. So
Never.
I'm not a Dumbarton fanboy if you can label it that way. I think that's a fair assessment. But I do like some of his cigars.
Yeah. So if some of you may have seen, if you follow Steve's page personally, or even Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, uh, he's producing it's called Shut the Fuck Up, or sorry, that's what the acronym in our world stands for. He calls it, it's Saka's Taste for Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 4 cigars of the Brulee, because you know the whole, is it the sweet tip, is it not? He put that out there. They're selling a 4-pack of one that's regular, one that's infused, one that's really infused, and one that's a curveball, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. Obviously, Black Lion is selling them. They're insignificant, you know, in total cost for something cool like this. They're under $64.99, and then about shipping a little bit more. But I asked Ron if he'd want to do a Zoom around that with any of you guys, or you know, you buy it through your brick and mortar if they have it. You buy it through Black Lion if you want. The list of who has them is on Steve Saka's page. You can scroll through there and see if your brick and mortar is on there. But we do a giant Zoom event, you know, sit with Ron and I, you know, live, talk about it, smoke it yourself. And it was cool because we could do either 2 of them with 2 cigars each, or we do 4 individual. And then Steve is going to tell us the results in September about which stick is what, because he's not going to tell you what it is ahead of time.
Right. So that's what I was saying. So if you guys want to be a part of that, I'm not going to do an official review on the channel, but we'll have a Zoom set up just like this. Anybody that's buying the sampler from Black Lion and they want to hop in the chat and smoke it with us, because we'll be sitting on the live stream smoking. I guess we could probably just take bits or different ones and just kind of light them and smoke them and see what we think. And you guys can jump in the chat, give us y'all's opinions, y'all's thoughts and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, like, the nerd in me is really cool because, you know, there's companies that do one-offs and fun sticks and stuff like this. I don't really remember a brand doing something this wide for I want to kind of, like, talk about what you all think about my stick and challenge you to actually smoke it. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, when you pitched the idea to me, I even said, like, that is something that would be more fun for me. That way I could engage with all of y'all, instead of just doing the review and just putting it up. I think this is much more creative and much more fun to do it this way. So
Yeah.
But Preacher, you were in the chat, man. If you want the link, just let me know. I'll shoot you the link over. You can hop in with us if you want to. You might want to see.
Where's everybody at? I'm tired of hearing myself.
I sent one out to Fred too, but he'll probably pop in at some point.
All right.
So
plus, I gotta pull over and get Taco Bell at some point. I don't want people seeing that.
Man, you and Taco Bell, man.
No, that's Sean at Taco Bell. It's just always in my head now when I drive because of that.
Nah, that's true too. Ash had said he saw, or his first order, he noticed something special about the company BLL, so I canceled all other clubs immediately. So I'm sure that makes you feel happy.
Thank you, Ash, and I appreciate that, man. Like, and I'm an open book. I'm not gonna hide behind anything. I get it right some of the time. I get it wrong some of the time. I promise you, every order that I get wrong, I'm moving towards getting better. So let me know. Give me some feedback. We'll work things out. But thank you, Ashad. I greatly appreciate that. Man, y'all can laugh. Small company, right? My printer ran out of ink when I was printing the damn monthly club inserts. I put some boxes a day behind schedule because it was like 10 o'clock at night. I was packing everything. Nothing's open at 10 o'clock at night to get ink refilled.
No, yeah, you should have a look then.
I know. So I was like, well, I feel terrible. So like, we've all been there. So I hope you can appreciate it. But I was like, shit, growing pains. Make sure I have extra ink cartridges on hand now.
But I mean, think about it too. Like, you know, when you were telling me about what you were thinking about doing, it's like nobody knew that it would be, you know, the reaction would be as the way that it went. So it's like, man, it's really, really awesome to see the reception you're getting. And then a lot of people have been tagging me and posts on Instagram too. So it's really, really nice to see that, man. I'm glad to see more people are sharing the love and have the same love for you, or the love for you like I do. So it's great to see that, man.
Yeah, I mean, I blame you, Ron, because I it was a nice upward growth. I knew where the numbers were going to be at for orders for the first month because like this is a large quantity of stuff, so I got to bring it in. We have some, but maybe not necessarily all of it because you guys may remember my commitment is not to use this like to just send you shitty stuff that I want to get out of the humidor or storage. It's actually like this is what I'm smoking. This is what I'm seeing people smoke. It's great reviews, and so not everything is readily available. And so those that got the package the first month, that 2017 Warped, that cello was as dark as the wrapper. Has some age on it.
If they don't believe that that's cigars that you smoke in person from seeing that first month, then I don't know what to tell them.
I know, but it's like I don't have 200 of those. I had enough to facilitate a number, and unfortunately, I had to tell people like, listen, I know I said I was going to have a rolling window, but I had to cut that off because I can send you new ones, but the whole first month was old ones.
Right.
And so, like, I felt terrible. And don't worry, if you were one of those people, you're going to have a little something extra in your package next month to make up for that. Like I said, I'm going to go out of my way to correct things, and I blame you, Ron, for telling people about the club because it took off there like the last week. My membership numbers doubled, and I was like,
who, me?
Crap, I got to. Yeah, you're like the best PR person I ever had.
No, I couldn't help myself, man, because and that's why I said, I think there are different clubs for different levels of smokers and stuff too. But I feel like Black Line is doing a really good job. For me, looking from the outside in and seeing the first month, I'm like, man, that's great, man. You're gonna cover. I mean, the first month you covered the Warped had some nice age to it, so you had a nice aged cigar. Then you covered the Padron, which was your nice, super premium in there, and then you had the Guardian of the Farm Night Watch, which is a highly acclaimed cigar. A lot of people love that cigar, and then you hit them over the head with the newer brand that they've been hearing me talk about a lot, but a lot of people haven't been able to smoke HBC. So it's like, and you're getting it at $30 plus shipping.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a no-brainer, man. Like now, me and you both know what's going to happen. It's just the human nature. They're going to see it, and some people will get it right away. They'll jump straight on it, and they realize value when they see it. Some people it's going to take 3, 4, 5, 6 months of them seeing the product that long, and then they're like, oh, okay, this is actually a legitimate club. So I understand that too, man. I'm still a consumer, so it's not like I'm not a consumer,
Yeah, no, I get it. But yeah, so it was the first month was fun. Really, like the feedback obviously has been great. I'll tell you what, so like love Aganorsa, love Guardian of the Farm. Obviously this month had 2 Maduros in it. That was intentional between that HBC and the Night Watch. Of the 4, the Night Watch is probably number 4 to me. And I love it. I genuinely, I'll smoke it anytime I can. I was kind of really blown away by the number of people that hadn't smoked it because it's not a hard stick to find. It's affordable. You're not breaking the bank on that. So that was really cool to see that people like try that one and rave about that one more than the HBC.
But that comes back. So people don't know the HVC. Most people don't even, or up until 6 months ago, nobody even knew. A lot of people didn't even know what HVC was. But even the Guardian of the Farm Night Watch, most people, if they come into a brick and mortar humidor, that's just not something, because it does, you know what I mean? Or think about this. When I first heard about Guardian of the Farm, I didn't even know it was a Warped collaboration.
Right.
I was like, what the hell is the Guardian of the Farm? And at that point, I knew nothing about Aganorsa, so it was nothing to draw me into that cigar. Whereas you look at a Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust and you're like, I don't know what that is. Oh, Steve Saka, the guy that did Liga. Oh, okay, they're all over it. Well, Foundation's the same way. I don't know Nick Melillo. He was there with Drew Estate with the Liga. Oh, okay. So there wasn't the backing, there wasn't the information being put out at first. And then it was like, people were like, oh, it's a collaboration with Warped. And then most people were like, oh, okay.
So Warped.
I still don't.
Yeah. And I'll just say the Guardian of the Farm, the natural.
I'll just call
it natural, and then Corojo or Maduro. Like they're just phenomenal, man. You can have the quick smoke, you got the long smoke. The box
I got a friend who loves the Rambos, man. That's like all he wants to smoke is the Rambos.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a box of 25 for under 200, in many places. So, like, I mean, they're affordable sticks.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
And by the way, this 8 and 11 is smoking phenomenally.
Good. I wanted to hear your thoughts.
Man.
I know you said it was a little moist and you had to dry box it. So
Yeah, and I mean, I apologize to the chat. I'm not really giving a lot of flavor notes, but trust me, the cigar is fantastic. But when I pulled it out, it still had a little give to it. But at that point, I was like, I felt it. I was like, it's dry enough to smoke. Like I'm smoking it. I need to know mentally where this cigar is to know if I want to grab any more or not. So
nice, awesome.
So we got Preacher said I signed up for the monthly thing, waiting on my Padron. Cowboy, what's going on, Cowboy? Ash had said he ordered another warped. Sorry, I missed a lot of the chat, but Bruce, how's everybody doing? Sorry, we're kind of in the middle of conversing, so I'm not able to keep up like normally, like when I'm sitting here by myself. So I apologize in advance if I'm missing some questions or some people in the chat.
Yep, Ashhead, I got your warp pack. It's going out the door tomorrow, buddy.
Here's another thing too. Here's another thing. So all of y'all, all of the army in the chat, y'all are literally able to sit here and talk to this man. Like, you're ordering from a place and you have such freedom to be able to just talk to this guy right here, right now, like just reading questions and answering them to you.
Well, I don't know if the army knows, but like if you look on the website or if you go to the Facebook, that's my personal cell phone number up there. Like,
don't worry, y'all. Y'all can't call him more than I call him every day.
Yeah, so you can text and call. Like, I might not get back to you depending on the quantity, but like that's my personal number. Chances are you're going to get a hold of me whether you like it or not, because I'm a night owl, so usually up to 1 or 2 a.m. I don't really sleep in either. So chances are you call me, I'll be up and I'll answer.
God bless your heart, man.
And it's one of those, I quickly learned I mean, I know sleep is important. I do my best to get it, but I was like, I don't really need it all the time. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it's not that my 3 going on 4-year-old next month, lets me sleep anyway.
Let's see. Somebody's talking about cigar medics, or I'm guessing they're talking about the humidimeter. I don't have any opinion on it. I've never used it. But then again, look at this too. Y'all already heard me say this from day one. I'm not a very big tool guy, and neither is James. Like, the only reason why I have a perfect draw is because my army bought it for me. I have a nub tool over here. I'm probably not going to use it, man. Like, I'm just accustomed to smoking a certain way, and that's how I smoke, man.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have heard me. I don't do the nub. Please don't buy Ron and send me one. Like, I just don't want one. I've learned I dry box all my cigars. They're usually all really good. I don't really smoke a Cuban that's not aged and not in good condition. And if it's bad, I'll throw it out. It's not something I worry about. But here's what I appreciate about those two, the nub and the perfect draw, and then specifically the cigar medics. There's this stigma of, the cigar culture. It's old white men. And that's not true. You got 230, mid-30s, well, not 30, mid-30s, young, bucks here. I really appreciate innovation and an attempt to do something new for our community. And so I have the medic. I don't use it much. A couple guys in our lounge have it. They use it more than I do because I'm pretty good at telling and monitoring my stuff. So I know the quality of it before I pull it out or when I do pull it out. I really appreciate what that company's trying to do for us. Because
of course.
Think about all those people that travel and they take cigars with them on vacation or for work, and they're just not sure because it's been in a car or an airplane. It's pretty awesome to have something like that to help check. Like, that's awesome in my opinion.
I mean, and me and you both know, like, just like everything else, like, nothing's gonna be 100%. You know what I mean? But like for me, like I've even said this to fellow content creators, like one of the 3 aspects I say to be successful is to be creative, innovative. That's what's going to draw people in, trying to think outside the box, trying to do something different.
Yep.
I got, same thing with the American cigar. Everybody's not going to like their cigar, but I got to give them their props. They're the first people that's tried to do a complete, the whole operation is done in the States. Whether you think it's a shitty cigar or not is beside the point. It's still fantastic that somebody even had the thought process to think, I don't need any Nicaraguan tobacco or any Honduran or any Dominican. I'm going to do this all in America. You got to give them props, man. Same thing with this tool. I don't personally use it, but when I first started smoking 5 years ago, I never would have thought anything like that would even come around.
Yep.
Never would have thought that. So to see that, and then you know what, in another 5 years, there will be probably something else, or even something like Bovida.
Yep.
I never would have thought anything like that. Like, it's just innovation is excellent. Like, you have to be progressive in order to keep growing. If you're not progressive, then you're setting yourself up for failure.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people in here said they use theirs. Moken Preacher said he loves his. LaTanya loves hers. I like my foot between 62 and 64. I agree, Win. I'm right there with you too, brother.
Yep. Well, Ron, you had a good analogy the other day, man, and it applies to what you're talking about now when you talk about your 8 and 11. And if you got a pile of wet leaves outside, you're not going to keep it lit.
No.
That tool is a very good confirmation that you've either done the job right or you've done it wrong, and then you use what you did wrong to how to fix that moving forward. So it's like whether you use it for because you don't know what you're doing, and that's fine because it's an easy help, or you use it to like, all right, I need to change my storage methods. That's a win-win in my book. That might be one of the cheapest options to do that then. Right.
I 100% agree. Like I said, I don't personally use them, but I don't have any issues with them. Though. I think that's great.
Well, and like so, part of it with me, Ron, is I don't sell. Black Line doesn't sell them, obviously, because they're their own little entity.
Right.
You're not gonna hear me crap on a company that's, like I said, back to that, trying to do innovative things. Like, I have spent money worse ways. I'm sure you have too.
Man. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's worth it if you question
like bad
yourself.
Cigars.
Yeah.
Oh man. Pariah, what's going on? William said he likes to keep his between 65 and 70. May have missed it, but when are the July packages for the subscription going out? Waiting anxiously for mine.
Who is that?
Philip Johnson.
Philip, yours went out today, bud.
Look at that. That's what I was just saying. There is no I don't know, or I have to email. Like, you got your answer right there. I just told him you sent me a picture earlier of your trunk, and I thought you worked for USPS.
Yeah, they're making some money off me today.
Man.
That's next month. It'll be a little better. Every month will be a little better. Is all I'm gonna say. I cursed Ron out a couple of times. I said it earlier, like Ron blew my system out of water. I didn't have it stress tested well enough. I hate to use that, like phrase, but like that was the truth. I was like, shit, Amazon doesn't have any more of the boxes I ordered. I needed like 5 more to, it's all good. Everything's good. It's out the door now. Everything's gone, but it's like, crap. It's just not how I wanted to operate.
But so it's the same thing. Like even with being a content creator, like I always tell a lot of the newer guys that are starting their channels. So the hardest one is the first one.
Yeah.
With more repetition, it's going to become easier and easier and easier. So it's just like, I remember waking up that day and I remember texting you like, man, congratulations on all this. Because like, that's a big deal, man. I remember us talking back in November when you first decided to sponsor me, and there was no talks of anything like this at all. None. Yeah, so to see it get off the ground is just like.
And I'll be honest to your Army, like the whole plan kind of came together in 6 to 8 weeks. Based on some market trends that we saw, what we saw some other companies doing. And I'm not going to like I said, I'm not going to bash another company, but so you all know Ron and I talk. We go back and forth. I use Ron a lot as a sounding board. We both saw something missing in that Club of the Month spot that I felt Black Lion could fill. Said, Ron, you know the market well, the club scene. I need some feedback, and so he provided it. That's kind of like confirmed what I thought was there. Was there's no 4 for 30s that I'm aware of off the top of my head that are doing premium cigars that you can get again.
No. So not at all.
And I know some of your chat has asked in the past because most of them, guys, I've been just too busy. I've been in it, watching, reading, but I haven't had time to comment. I'll give a little hint. So the next month has another metal tube in it, and continuing with the farm, the dog approach. There is another band that has an animal on it. So y'all can start digging, taking your guesses.
It's a lot of cigars out there with tubes, so I don't know.
I know, and both of those, and I can tell you the one with the animal on it is my 4-year-old, my 3 going on 4-year-old has approved it because he saw the box, he saw the band, and he had to have it. So he's got an empty box in his room now that he stores some Legos in.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Kevin Gray said, James, you're going to do great. I agree.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. Thank you for your order, bud, too.
He also said his humidor went down to 61 after adding 5 sticks. Why? So.
Oh, that's easy answer.
Yeah, go ahead, James.
So anytime you add something new, if you're not getting it humidified, so if it's coming in the mail that doesn't have a bag in it or a pillow, they call them, a Bovida or HumiSmart, it's going to steal and soak up all that humidity you have in there. And that even depends if it came in one. So if you keep yours at 72 for non-Cubans and you get boxes that are at 69, that's a 3% difference. And, in the span of things when people are messing with 60 to 72. So that's a 12 humidity range. Yeah, and now all of a sudden you've got a quarter difference in there. Those cigars are going to soak that up, and you're going to have to wait for that humidity level to get right back up.
Yeah. And just even if that concept is too complicated too, so say like you got a certain amount of space, so you're holding a space and you got 5 cigars in there and it holds 10. Well, if you put 3 more in there, there's 3 more objects that are taking and pulling from what you have in there.
Yep.
So it's going to lower it down because there's more objects pulling from it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
What do you say? Can't wait to get those Leafs I won from you guys. Man, Rodney, you came up, man.
Oh, no, I thought we played Rodney. We're just going to keep him for ourselves.
That is, well, yeah.
I'm kidding, Rodney. I wouldn't do that to you.
No, yeah, we wouldn't do that. I'm gonna put you on spot right now too, because I was telling you, a guy asked me in my chat earlier. He's like, "Man, Ron, I looked on Black Line and I saw Supreme League Toros there, man, but they were sold out." And I was like, "That's why I didn't speak about it, man."
Yeah. I put them up there for a simple reason. Oh, there's 2 simple reasons. One, it helps increase website traffic.
Just keeping it 100.
Yeah, and part of it is like, we got a lot of Aganorsa stuff. Not everybody knows we even carry Aganorsa, so it's like you got us a little more Aganorsa traffic. But then the second was, guys, I'll be honest, we got a good quantity. Most of them were pre-sold. 2 went in, like, we only put 2 boxes in the humidor, which is less than 10% of what we got. Everything else was pre-sold or, somebody had claimed already. And you can blame that guy on the screen right there for a large chunk of it.
Yeah, and just we're keeping it real too. Like, there was a very, very important person to me that was having a very hard time finding them. And
yep.
I donated one of my boxes to him. So
yeah,
I deal as far as that, and then like I said, as far as me sending links out to people when I got them, like I tried. If I still see anything, I still will. If you're still looking for them, but I felt like I did. And then some people can even tell you in the comments. I think I went above and beyond to try to help people find them. I think not speaking on Corona, but hell, the night I did that live stream with Corona release, I know I probably got rid of half of that stuff then.
Yeah, well, Ron, you wanna drop the phone number in? So I was Famous Smoke, the retail, not the online site. Their retail store in Easton had about 10 boxes left, and the phone number I texted you earlier, Ron. If you want to drop it in the chat, the chat can go to town.
Let me see.
Because I mean, what's the point of having these sticks if you don't, I think it was 610-559-8800.
Hold on. Say that one more time.
610.
Yep.
559.
Yep.
8800, extension 3.
8800.
28. Yeah, 2800, extension 3.
Okay. All right, y'all. I'm posting the link. So, like he said, have at it. Oh, let me shoot this link too. Hold on, man. Hold on one second. The man of the hour is not gonna let me sit, man. He's got to be a part of it. So,
Quincy, what's up, my man?
can you wave? All right,
Hey, Quincy,
let me shoot this link out.
Oliver says hi, buddy. He was looking for you the other day.
Can you say hey? All right, let me see. Shoot this last link out. All right, I'm back. Shoot this message real quick. How many people you think are calling right now?
I hope about 80. I'll just call spade a spade. I'll be honest. Sorry, guys. I went selfish first.
Hey, but you still left some, man.
Well, I left some, and I texted a couple of you guys. I know one dude grabbed 4.
Oh, my Lord, Jesus.
Yeah, KG down in Maryland.
Pariah just said, yo, wait a minute, what I just missed? Oh, was it Charles that said that, yo, RR, you doing twice in one day? Watch out, preacher. Nah, I'm not, that's preacher there. That ain't me.
I don't know, man. You've been alive a lot lately.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I like doing it because, like I said, for me, I just be sitting here smoking a cigar. So it's like, man, I might as well see what all my people are up to. So it works.
Hey, it's been good because this week I finally got some time back in my schedule because the house situation got cleaned up and we got a place to live now. So.
Oh yeah. I when you told me that, I was like, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight off your shoulders there.
Man, that's 4 or 5 hours every day back in my schedule now.
Yep, here he is being himself.
Quincy. I will say all the time though have gone back into designing my my cigar cave. So
that's gonna be nice. Oh, James, Latanya says she just placed her first order. Thanks. Latanya, I hope you use the discount code because a lot of people have been ordering and missing it. So like I said, I'll put the discount code in there again for you guys. Like if y'all are ordering from there, man, it's no reason to not use the code. And like I was telling you guys before, I don't make any money off of it. It's just a code for you guys to be able to have a deal,
Yeah, and I know you, Ron, you say that a lot, and some people may be tired of hearing that, but I think that matters because I'll call a spade again. I like that phrase. When you and I were in the early conversations of what this personal and professional relationship looked like, you didn't ask for it, and you didn't ask for the money back from the code, and I did not say no because we were both on the same wavelength because we saw that there are
it's a bigger picture than that, man.
Yeah, and it bugs me, man, those content creators that get a kickback or a cut. Because you're not really saving the community any money.
No, not at all. Come on, man. No, so like you said, they might get tired of hearing it, but it's like at the same time, those 1 or 2 people that get tired of hearing it, then that's fine. Go somewhere else. But I'm trying to look out for the people that are here for me. And I'm trying to give them something in return. So if a lot of these people are starting to place frequent orders, that stuff adds up after 4 or 5 orders. If you save $40 or $50, that matters. That could be another sampler pack you could order.
Yep.
So that's why I keep saying that. And again, like you said that too, it feels a lot different to me when somebody's saying it and you know that they're getting a kickback off of it. Even if they're being honest about it, that's cool. But it's like, all right, man,
Yeah, I appreciate they're being honest about it. But at the same time, in my bones and in my soul, it's like, no, that's not cool.
Right. And like you said, I never asked about it because it never crossed my mind. I was like, hey man, since you gave that code out, do I get a little percent of that? Like like I've said again, I've said it time and time and time again. I started my channel for a different reason. I didn't start it to make money. I didn't start it to get free cigars. I started it for a different reason.
Wait, I'm not supposed to send you free stuff?
You can't stop that now, though. You already done spoiled me. You already done spoiled me. Got us another guest coming in.
I have spoiled you lately.
You have, but you know what? I'm not complaining.
I know, and I'm not either.
I'm not complaining. I'm gonna be very open about that. You take very good. You've always done that from day one, though. You've always taken very good care of me. Very good.
Try.
Uncle, what's going on?
What's going on, good people? Black Lion Luxury and RonRealTV in the house.
Followed by the
gonna
go.
Woo! 912.
Oh man,
You sound like you sitting in your chair drinking a beer.
man, I should be. Let me tell you, I spent all day waxing my truck and polishing wheels, and I was ready to go. And I said, all right, let me go pick up my car, which is at the mechanic. And I got around the corner and lights started flashing again. And I'm like, you know what? Here, just take this shit back. I can't.
So I'm gonna go home and relax.
Yeah, man. I don't know why I don't have my camera
It looked good though. I saw it in the background. I said, man,
Yeah,
how long did it take you to do it?
all day.
Man.
All day. All right, start my video. Oh, there I am.
How long will I stay like that, man?
What's that?
How long? When are you gonna have to do it again?
Oh, I don't know. I've never done it, so I don't know if it'll ever get done again.
As you see, Master Quincy's just over here wreaking havoc. I was trying to be politically correct. And you know what? He's just here now. So.
Yeah. What's up, Quincy?
Hey, Uncle Lee.
How you doing, boy? What's going on, brother? I see you.
Oh man. No, we just kind of got up for just general talk, Uncle. It wasn't really any topics or anything.
That's good. I had to move my camera down because you wouldn't be surprised at how many people say, well, what's that Gurkha sign in the background there? I was like,
oh, I remembered you say you still got to take it down.
Give me a minute. It's too damn hot and I've been busy, you know? But you know how it is. Never mind the 6 that you took down. What about the one you forgot?
Same thing. Do 9 things great. Do 1 thing wrong. They're going to remember the 1 thing you did wrong.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What's your I wanted to ask your opinion on that too, Lee. So we talked about it kind of briefly earlier about the Rocky Patel incident with the VP.
Oh, so hey, listen, my opinion is this. I think it's different. He is not the owner of the company. He is not the face of the company. That's the guy. He works for me. Sorry, but maybe you get fired, maybe you don't. Yeah. But then think about it, right? Because Charlemagne was talking about Howard Stern when he was in blackface years ago, and every once in a while they'll bring that back up and go, see, he's a racist. And I was a Howard Stern fan, and I know when he was running around in blackface, and I wasn't really upset about it. So,
right.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, somebody's got to lose their job, but I don't know if that's the case in this case. Because I don't know why he was in blackface, and
I was just like, if he's trying to be funny, I'm like, that's not funny though. Like,
but so was Howard trying to be funny as well. So I don't know. But then do you cancel the Wayans brothers? Then they do the movie White Girl, so they was in whiteface.
They did.
It's the exact opposite, right?
Yeah.
Forgot about that movie.
Yeah. See, we can't forget about that.
Yeah, it's funny. I said that when I sent Ron that picture. I said, "What's the context?" The first thing I asked was, "I want to know how long ago it was."
Right.
Not that might make it okay, but like, call spade a spade again. Like 20 years ago, it's a little more, like you said, you maybe didn't mind it as much, but like there's always context to everything.
There's always context. And 20 years ago, the issue was not the same as it is now. You understand? Now, I look and say, James, you can't go out there with your blackface on for Halloween. You're looking to get your ass kicked. You can't do it. 20 years ago, it might have been funny, Right. So you got, it's just different times. That's
James. Don't get any ideas either. He just warned you. If you do it, you're gonna get your ass kicked.
Listen, man, we do family Halloween costumes every year. No way in hell would my wife let me leave the house. She pulled a 9mm on me first.
Yeah, man. But then again, it's like you
what's
say,
your dumb ass doing?
Some things is context, though. You know what I mean? Because, like, say, James, you and your family, you say, we're going to be the Clump family, Eddie Murphy and the Clumps. Well, hell, I got to be brown to be a Clump. So, you know.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, now, see, I mean, Lee-Mac, I think I heard you wrong. I'm already pretty plump, man.
Yeah, I know.
Just an FYI too, I stopped by my local liquor store, and guess what beer I was able to run into?
What's that?
The unicorn fart.
Oh, see, did you get it?
I did. He told me, he said you have to flip it upside down, lay it on the ground, or lay it on his side and roll it, and then the glitter. Because I was like, yeah, man, my uncle drank it, and he thought he got shorted because he didn't see any glitter.
Now that you say that, it makes sense, because I was in the store one day and that's what they were doing. They had this can upside down and they were rolling it. Yep. I was like, no, they didn't give me no damn instructions. I just opened it and poured it.
This is a real thing? That's all right. I like innovation. Yeah. This is kind of stupid, though.
Oh, I'm gonna when I drink it, I'm gonna post a picture of me drinking it. Was it a good beer? I can't remember if you liked it or not.
I don't remember. I was so disappointed that I didn't have any farts with my unicorn.
Shiny.
You dropped it on the ground, man. You can't get it now.
Yeah, man. So
what'd you smoke? You smoked anything good today, or you just finally getting around to it?
I ain't smoke a thing today. I got that little half Corona from HVC up here in my bag.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Oh, I got some you might be interested in too. We talk offline.
All right. Yep. Yeah. So that was it.
Don't be telling all my good stuff, Ron.
No. I just said we'll talk offline. I had a conversation with Bruh Man. He might.
Bruh Man, I like Bruh Man.
Bruh Man might be heading my way shortly.
Yeah, I was looking for Bruh Man. I stopped by a little establishment when I went to drop the truck off because I specifically was looking for Bruh Man, but he wasn't there. So
Bruh Man wasn't in.
He wasn't in. He wasn't in his office.
Quincy, you know who Bruh Man is?
Gotta love the Bruh Man. Yeah, James, where you going, brother?
I'm heading back to the shop. I had to actually be in Philly today for a little bit of work for the full-time gig. Yeah. Thank the Lord I could wear this. You know, nobody cares right now. So.
Charles said, "I'm a little sour about the blackface that was used to mock and demean us."
Again. To me, it's context. So if you got a member of the Ku Klux Klan who's running around and making fun of black folks, maybe.
Right.
But I don't know. Because at some point, I don't know, maybe it was Preacher said it on one of my videos. He said, if we just treat everybody with respect, then we wouldn't really have many problems with anybody. You know what I mean? So that's just what it comes down to. And sometimes you have to learn, because you might say, I didn't know that offended you. You are my friend. And as soon as I say that offends me, okay, my bad. I won't do it again because I didn't know it offends you. I learned, I move on. So sometimes we have to allow people the option to learn before we then say, all right, we're going to cancel them. So then go back to our people and say, well, bro, what's your response to what it is, that we see you did?
Yeah, because I mean, so the first time I saw the picture, I didn't see, it was cut off at his chest where I couldn't see the sign that he was trying to be Namish.
Oh, is that what it was? So now that could be kind of funny to me.
Now I could see, that's why I was saying too, like, when I found that out, I still didn't think it was that funny, but then I could see where people might think that that's funny, because then I saw another picture and it had a sign on it like, "Hi, I'm Nimish." That's why he had the red dot in the middle of his head, which some people thought was like a bullet hole. I don't know. It was. And then see, and another thing too, Nimish knows that guy's personality. I don't.
Right. And again, with this day of social media, things get out that may not necessarily need to get out. So if that's me and my group of friends or whatever, and we cracking on, hey, look, bro, I'm you. Look, I got the dad or whatever. That's funny. Soon as it goes on to social media, maybe outside of our small circle, maybe it's not so funny. But to us, it was funny.
Yep.
Or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I get it. What's we got going on? Steve Martin was the only person who did blackface, and I thought it was funny.
And see, I never thought Steve Martin was funny ever.
I watched some of his movies, but I wouldn't say I thought he was a funny person.
Yeah, except for Father of the Bride. I did like Father of the Bride.
Dan Aykroyd did do it in Trading Places.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
But
I remember that very well.
Context. Once again, context. And listen, I'm not defending, but like, if my memory serves me right, he's doing that to get back at one of the guys that did him over, and he's not doing it to make fun of black people. He's doing it to like show that like these people don't take these people serious.
Right.
Right? Isn't that the context in that movie for that?
On Trading Places, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That was the whole basis of it.
Yeah, no, I'm not arguing right or wrong. It's just I hate that quick judgment without looking and getting the facts before. Listen, he's still wrong, obviously, but like I can at least explain that one a little bit better than the Nish one.
Right.
Oh, and I can't argue that either. I think that boils down to just in any situation, you want to try to find out as much of the facts or as much of the story as possible before passing judgment. So, what were you gonna say, Lee?
I was going to say, that was the thing with the Kaizad situation. It was not just a single quote. People that I know that had followed him kind of said, hey, listen, this is nothing new for him. He's like, doing these kind of things all the time. This must be how he feels,
Right. And as you mentioned earlier, he was the face and president of that company. So it's an immediate reflection of what he stands for.
Right.
That's what's like, oh, no, dude, the president or the owner can't. Like, now, if Rocky Patel does something, then I'm like, oh, okay, that's Rocky. Like,
right.
Just a random VP or just a sales rep or something. I'm like, I'm not going to stop smoking Rockies because of that.
Yeah, I'm not either. It's like we had talked about it before, and I was like, it's a little bit different. I don't see that you kill a company for the actions of an employee,
Right. Quincy, man,
I was trying to open up your
live stream,
and then I don't know what I did with it.
Parai says Gurkha's still Gurkha's still out of there.
Oh yeah, they still canceled, but
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with y'all.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just keep it funky with y'all. So I walked into a B&M locally that will not be named, and what I was doing was gifting that person a Supreme leaf. That was my only reason for going in the establishment. So I walk in there, and there is there's representation from Gurkha Cigars. They are discussing strategy or whatever, and the owner of the B&M hands me one of the new Gurkha cigars, the Nicaragua series. I said, all right, man, I ain't buy it or whatever. It's still fuck Gurkha, but I'm sorry, Quincy, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I apologize for any of it. But I shouldn't. I got the Gurkha, and I immediately called Unc. I said, man, guess who I saw and what? And so we talked for a brief minute. So the next morning before I went to work, I had a clean palate. I said, you know what? I'm gonna give this cigar an honest try. And it was a pretty damn good cigar. But I'm still not supporting Gurkha.
And it's a shame though,
It is, because that's probably, that might have been the best one I smoked.
Mm-hmm.
And it had some aged Corojo in it. And I believed it. Once I lit it up, I was like, this is not Gurkha. I don't know who's blending or what the process was behind it. But I'm not gonna tell them that, but they should stay with whatever they're doing. But yeah. So I smoked a Gurkha. That was the moral of the story. I know we're saying don't deal with Gurkha. I didn't buy it though, so don't crucify me. It was given to me.
Man, you still smoked a Gurkha before I did.
Man, yeah, but I'm gonna keep it. It was a good cigar. It was a good cigar. I text Unc immediately as I was still smoking. I said, man, I hate to admit this. This cigar is good though.
Hey, Rodney said, James, please don't put a Gurkha in our August box. Thank you.
Don't you worry, guys. Don't you worry.
Oh man, no, I ain't gonna let him do that to y'all. If he put a Gurkha in the box, man, we're gonna have a problem.
Ron, I would expect you to cancel me in our relationship.
Yeah, that's immediate that's immediate grounds for termination. You think so too?
Yeah. Hey, Herbie Love Buzz talking about the blackface, Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor.
Yep, that happened too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like you said too, the time period and yeah.
I know, like, my wife loves that Golden Girls show. There's a couple blackface episodes in there.
Yeah.
This is true. And
But
Cowboy, go ahead.
You would feel different about the Golden Girls putting on blackface than Archie Bunker putting on blackface, and I think he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cowboy says we have way too many cigars out here, and we don't need Gurkha. I cannot disagree with it.
Fact. Shout out to you, Cowboy.
Yeah, y'all definitely go subscribe to Cowboyism if y'all haven't already, man. Me and Lee have both spoken about his channel. Like what he has going on too. Same kind of personality. If you like me and Lee Mac, we're both laid back, kind of chill, kind of brothers. Same thing, man. Cut from the same cloth. So y'all check him out as he's getting his channel off the ground. Cowboyism.
Tom B say, Ron, holy smokes, I just came outside to smoke and it's like 95 degrees out. Not only is it 95, but the humidity is crazy.
Yes, sir. That's because you're not only hot, but then you have to battle with taking your cigar out of the perfect condition for you and in an outdoor environment. Now you got burn issues and you relighting and touching up, and now you're messing with the relaxation and enjoyment.
Yeah, man, you're right about it.
Hey, that's why I'm smoking in my car, and I'm happy about it.
I ain't mad about you. You know, somebody was asking me the other day, I was talking about the truck, right? I said, you know, I have yet to smoke a cigar in my truck. I got close to it. I was out there polishing. I got close.
That picture you sent me, I said in my mind, I said that's gonna be the first one he smokes in that truck too.
Nah.
I was thinking that too. I said, man, he gonna smoke that in the truck.
Nope, I sat outside underneath a tree, but that beer was pretty good though. That's a flying, whoever the hell it is. Flying.
I actually asked my guy about it because it looked really good, and he was like he hadn't heard of it before. So
it's one of those, they call it a brew house rarity. So like usually they're created by somebody that works there,
right?
And they'll say, hey, listen, let's try this, try that, and if it turns out pretty good, they'll put it out in limited edition. And that's like I guess it's a summer beach thing in Maryland. It's like this orange crush. So
it looks fantastic. I might have to see if I can get you.
It's really good. And the thing that's nice about it, it's an ale with orange, but it's 8%. So it's nice and crisp, but it's got a nice kick to it.
Wow.
Did it pair well with the cigar too?
Oh, absolutely did.
Oh, okay. Because even the picture I was like, that's elite. I ain't got it. You ain't even started smoking yet. I said that's elite.
Yep. It was very good. I enjoyed it.
Tom B is in the chat. James, he said, "Is this the James from Black Line?" It is. We discussed you earlier, Tom. He said, "If so, tell him I said thank you for helping me with my father."
Nice.
You're welcome, Tom. We talked about I'm trying to be different. I'm trying to treat people right. I know that's not maybe caught you off guard, Tom, but I'll own up to it, man. Thank you, bud.
Did you hear about that? Oh, did you know what happened?
With what? No.
Man, so Tom got on Black Line website and was looking at my father's cigars. He found a box of the judges for like $23. James forgot to put a zero in there. And so he emailed him after he placed the order, and pretty much saying, if this is a typo, I understand, but James honored he paid more, but not a lot more. He pretty much honored it.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's the way you got to do it.
Yeah, I said that's not most companies are gonna say, yeah, it was a typo. Sorry, here's a free cigar or a free 5-pack or something. Right, no box of cigars.
But when you do that, that's the way you lose a customer.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I know what's going to happen as soon as I get home and I check the stats on the website. I'll have the most traffic ever because everybody's checking all the prices.
Yeah. Let me see what I can find.
Your favorite number from now on probably is going to be 0. Make sure you don't forget the 0.
Yep. Hey, Phil Johnson said he had 15 Gurkhas in the humidor. He gave them all away except for 3 ghosts. I feel you on the 3 ghosts.
Yeah. Hey, if it makes you feel any better, I took the bands off as I was smoking it.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Wait a minute now, stop acting like you ain't messing with Gurkha now.
No. You know the story behind that. I still haven't smoked any of them.
Okay. All right.
I'll tell you. You want to know where they're at?
First Street.
Hey, they are all gone. I told you I was keeping the case and the knife. That's all I wanted.
So what you gonna do with the logo? What you gonna do with the logo on the case?
Man, I already got a sticker over it.
Oh man.
That's funny.
Hey, and I told you that thing had 10 years of age on those sticks. So whether I liked them or not, I wasn't smoking them, but I didn't keep them. They're gone.
Hey, yep. Tom B is a comedian too. He said, "Don't worry, James. I didn't share that with nobody but Ron."
No, Tom, you put that on the chat.
You put it in the chat, Tom. It was like 40 people in there.
Oh, 59.
It was from this morning's chat.
Oh, from this morning. Okay.
It was still 40-some people in there. He was like, "Ron, I got to tell you a story." I'm like, "All right," and everybody else just sitting there with their eyes open, listening.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man. Like I said, I'll honor it. I messed up. I'll honor it.
Hey, that's some integrity. That's the man of integrity, man. You gotta respect it.
Hey, listen, 58 people watching this. We got 26 thumbs up. Give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I don't really care for my nephew. Let him see how you feel about him. If you don't like him, give him a thumbs down. If you like what he's doing, give him a thumbs up. And pay no attention to the little man on the bottom called James Garcia.
Little, come on now. I haven't been little since about 5th grade.
Biggie Smalls.
Hey, listen, there was a time in my life I was in shape and I looked better than I do now.
Hey, James, I busted your chops because you don't look that damn bad. So, but
man.
No, man. I say to my wife every morning I wake up, I say, "Thank you for loving me."
Right.
and she usually responds back, same right back at you.
Oh man. Well, I'm not a big wine guy, but the missus had some Stella Rosa Black. It was great with the T52. I love wine. I've become more of a wine, almost more. Well, I like Scotch and rum still, but I drink more wine, and I'm starting to kind of get back into craft beers now too. So,
I'd say wine. Back in the day, for me, wine and cigars is an underrated pairing that people don't explore enough.
Facts.
It's excellent. We've got a couple of local wineries here. We would go before the COVID and do the wine picking, and then we go do the barrel tasting, and they would have music festivals. So we had music, wine, and cigars. You couldn't ask for a better pairing than that.
And actually, out of all that you just listed, I always say I don't think that there will ever be world peace, but if there's two things that could do it, it's music and cigars.
I agree.
And you got 2 of the 3 in one thing, like that's a good time. And then you add some wine in there too. Oh yeah.
And it didn't even matter what kind of music it was. One time we had a jazz fest, then they had a reggae fest, then they had classic rock. It was like it don't even
matter. Yeah.
Under the stars, chilling.
Hey, live music beats anything out there.
Right.
I'm right there with you. My buddy's getting sleepy over here, but he ain't gonna let me put him down.
Yeah, I see those eyes getting a little heavy.
You getting sleepy, buddy?
No. He said, "Pop, listen, just give me a cup of coffee with some cream and sugar, and I'll be good for another couple of hours."
Man, that dude he wants, and then what happens is he'll get his little cup and he's fine until he sees one of us bring our cup out.
Oh yeah.
Now he wants to drink out of that one. It's like, oh man. So now you got this 19-month-old running around with a Yeti to half the size of his body.
Hey, they make kid Yetis. We got 5 of them because we had that same problem.
Nope, I'm not going there, James. I'm not going there.
We got them
too. We're a Yeti family, and Ron, I tell you, when your kid leaves that first cup of milk out or first, thing of milk, and you can't find it, that Yeti will save your ass 5 hours later. Hey, I'm not joking. You buy one, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I get it now."
Yep.
All right, Wayne, you take care, man. I appreciate you stopping in the chat, man. Like I said, I won't be up too long. I was telling them, Unc, it's gonna be a recorded podcast I'll be on today.
Right.
That'll be 8:30 your time, 7:30 mine. But
okay.
Whenever I get the link to the episode, I'll let it out and give everybody the link.
Hey, listen, I see Ash Head. I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about hemp flower. I said, well, I just happen to have some hemp flower right here. Huh? I happen to have some there, Ash Head.
All I'm gonna say is be careful with those gummies.
Woo. Oh, the gummies is rough, man. And the gummies.
We made a call the other day where a woman just ate 2 of them, and she was off her rocker.
Was she really?
Yes. I was like, you just ate 2? She was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna stick with cigars right now.
Yeah, I ate 2 before I smoked this angel dust, you know. But I'm gonna tell you about the 2 gummies. Yeah, it's crazy though, cause it's like getting drugs off the street. You don't know where it comes from and this and that or whatever.
Right.
The interesting thing about this, the guy who came in with it, he actually had a lab report because he came into the shop. And so, I had the lab report, which showed what it was, what was in it, how much CBD, the terpenes, how much THC, the weight, the harvest date. So it gave you a lot of information, which at least made you think that it was halfway.
Right. No, that would make me feel a little safer.
Yeah. But, hey, you mix a little of that in the pipe tobacco, and it's a
might be all right.
I'm just saying, I don't know how I know, but
And Preacher says he's getting ready to review the Animal Cracker 550. James loves that cigar.
Nice.
Love.
Loves.
That cookie crumb, man.
Cookie crumb I have never smoked, but I got one upstairs though.
Man, and they got a good deal on. I think was it 5 for 15?
Yeah, they're cheap, man. Like
they're already pre-cut.
Yep, I was just gonna say that. And they're very, for the smoke, man, they're very flavorful. I'm pretty consistent 45 minutes with.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I think it's an excellent car. It's an excellent car smoke too.
Yeah.
Rodney Lander said, "How many gummies do I eat? Just the leg?"
Rodney, it sounds like you might need to stay away from the leg too, man.
Yeah, man.
Tom, Lee, I think Lee might actually have that cigar. He said, "What's the Cookie Monster cigar called?" I don't know the actual name of it because I'm not a member, but Unc may be able to tell you.
It's called the Cookie.
It's just called the Cookie.
Right.
Okay.
Well, everybody calls it the Cookie Monster. It's not available anymore, but it's called the Cookie.
Yeah. So my pack in the humidor.
Port wine. Chris Floyd talked about port wine and certain cigars. When I first started smoking cigars, that was my pairing: port wine and cigars.
Port wines are excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Buddy, you getting sleepy?
Yep. Yeah, I'm getting ready to pop on out of here. I just came back from, dropping off the truck, and you said you guys were live, so I just wanted to hop in and say hey to everybody. Remind everybody, no matter what happens, it's still a great day. I went through a whole day fixing my truck, thinking it was ready to go. And I'm gonna tell you how God talks to me. I was looking at a load this morning. In fact, I got the notes right here of the loads that I was looking for tomorrow, and kept telling me to wait till around lunchtime. I said, all right, whatever, I'm gonna see what happens. I'm thinking that the price is gonna go up because as time went on, the price kept going up. So I thought that's what was going on. By the time lunchtime got here, that load was gone. So I was like, so I didn't book anything for tomorrow.
He's speaking to you.
Still a great day.
Still a great
day. I don't care what nobody says. My shit is still not running the way it's supposed to, but it's gonna get there, and I'm gonna have another great day every single day. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care how you try to bring me down. I don't care if you don't like my happy. I do not care. I'm gonna be me. And I'm going to do my thing the way I do my thing all the time. And I'm going to hang out with good people like my nephew over here and my good brother, James from Black Lion Luxuries. They're the kind of people that you can hang out with and just really enjoy yourself. So, and listen, y'all have a great night. I'm going to see you next time.
All right, Unc. And I was about to say, I'm about to get ready to cut out of here too. I might have to deal with him for a little bit before I get on this podcast. But
all right, bye, Quincy. See you later, brother.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you later, little man.
See you guys.
Yeah.
See you later, brother.
All right. I'll see y'all later on. Peace.
All right. Catch you later on. All right, y'all, man. Shout out to James from Black Lion Luxury. Shout out to Unc for popping in. Y'all know what time it is. You see my son over here. He all about that rest and relaxation. So that's what we're about to get ready to do. But I will catch you guys at another time. So y'all already know the name of the game. Y'all don't forget to be driven, never motivated. I'll catch y'all later. Y'all be good.